Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll take a look at the big changes coming this October in Ragnarok M Eternal Love. This includes the third phase of the Abyssal Lake update, the biggest class balance adjustment yet, and a lot more. This update will drop after the scheduled maintenance patch in C, global, and EU servers this month. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First up, we have the third phase of the Abyssal Lake update, which introduces a new area called Animida Swamp for players to explore. This update includes a continuation of the Burning Throne main story quest, where players who have completed the Red Flame Dream quest can now accept the Dragon Slayer Descents quest under the Yggdrasil tree. A new Black Claw reputation system will also be unlocked, which can be accessed via the quest interface. You can increase your Black Claw rank by completing the daily Black Claw adventure quest or by dispatching allies to rapidly complete the Black Claw quest from Salvatore and Animida Swamp. The Black Claw Prestige shop is also open, offering new furniture and headwear blueprints purchasable with Black Claw marks, which can be obtained from Elite Chests and the Wordline Matrix gameplay in Animida Swamp. Keep in mind that all regions' Wordline Matrices still share the same limit for MVP and mini rewards, as well as purification progress. Notably, reaching level 8 in Black Claw rank unlocks the ability to consume 4 reward counts when killing the first Wordline mini of the day, while reaching level 14 unlocks the ability to consume 4 reward counts for the first Wordline MVP kill of the day. This means that once you reach level 14 Black Claw rank, you'll only need to defeat 5 Wordline minis and 1 Wordline MVP per day to get all rewards, which is a much welcome quality of life improvement. A total of 21 Sylph's Treasure have also been added in Flashgale Highlands and Animida Swamp. Moreover, you will find one new regular monster in Animida Swamp, the level 181 Novus of Neutral Element, Dragon Race, and Small Size. Its usual material drops are Abyss Dragon Scale and Holy Water. The Novus card is an armor card that grants 5% physical damage reduction and a 15% chance to inflict fear status on the attacker for 2 seconds when receiving physical damage. The blueprint it drops is for the Horn of the Dragon Resentment headwear, which boosts movement speed and physical damage by 2%. Up next, Dragon Apocalypse now features a new Epic Spirit difficulty located in the Pale Tower area. The weekly participation rewards, stage rewards, and MVP rewards are still shared across all difficulty levels. The MVP reward, which has a chance to drop a secret dragon spine deed, can only be dropped in the Epic Spirit difficulty. So if you're aiming for better rewards, it's definitely worth challenging this higher difficulty level. Up next, we have the biggest class balance adjustment yet, featuring damage buffs and quality of life adjustments for various classic jobs and hero classes. These changes are primarily focused on improving their performance in the current late-game PvE content, such as constellation runs, where sustained damage over time plays a key role. If you missed our previous discussion covering all these class balance changes, be sure to check out the video link in the description box below. Up next, we have 2 new synth gears added to the game. First, Orlan's gown can now be synthesized to Bondage Robe of Tibers. This armor is suitable for magic classes as it reduces both variable and fixed cast time of skills while increasing magic attack, magic damage, and M-Pen. These are the materials needed for synthesizing Bondage Robe of Tibers and upgrading it to tier 7. And second, Bunny Slipper can now be synthesized to Arcane Shoes. This footgear is suitable for all classes since it boosts both physical and magic damage. It can also be used to reduce skill cooldown by 5% when paired with Arcane Codex in the offhand slot. These are the materials needed for synthesizing Arcane Shoes and upgrading it to tier 7. Up next, we have brand new cards added to the game. First, the Alien Orc Lord card can now draw from Orc Lord MVP in the field and in Chaotic Invasion. This new weapon card boosts your damage to large size by 25% and grants your attacks a 30% chance to convert a target to large size. Since most players already have high damage to large size stat in PvE, this card can provide a strong DPS boost for your team, especially when used on physical classes with rapid attack frequency or fast hitting skills, ensuring that the large size conversion procs consistently. Some magic classes that benefit from size damage modifiers, such as Blade Soul, Sarah Aileen, and the upcoming Ice Wallenstein collab class, would also find this card useful. And second, the Alien Mistress card can now drop from the Mistress MVP in the field and in Chaotic Invasion. This new weapon card boosts your damage to small size by 25% and grants your attacks a 30% chance to convert a target to small size. I don't see much practical use for this card since most players don't stack a lot of small size damage modifiers in both PvE and PvP. In PvP, if the enemies become small size, then the damage they deal will override your support's medium-sized damage reduction stat, while the damage dealt on them will override your damage dealer's damage to medium-sized bonus. Up next, the 22nd season of the 6v6 PvP team competition for C server will start on November 8. The regular season mode matches will be available every Saturday from 8:30 PM to 12 midnight server time, and it will last until November 29. Cross-server matchmaking will be opened during the season mode, but the season points ranking and tournament cup will remain server-specific. The season mode will then be followed by a tournament cup on December 8, wherein the top 144 teams based on 6v6 ranking points for each server will be qualified to join the match. There will be a qualifier stage wherein the 17th to 144th ranked teams will battle to compete for slots in the main tournament. The top 16 teams in the qualifier stage will advance to the main tournament and compete together with the 16 seeded teams. The tournament rewards for the season are as follows. Up next, we have various quality of life adjustments and optimizations. First, the maximum energy slots in the skill inheritance system has been increased from 10 to 20, allowing players to inherit more skills. Second, the Abyssal Lake MVP Sakurai now has a chance to drop relic shards. Third, Kalitzberg's skill Knight's Glory now has a checkbox option where you can choose whether or not to change your teammate's armor element. Fourth, you now list up to 15 items in the exchange, and the validity period for items listed in the exchange has been extended to 3 days. Fifth, a new recommendation tab has been added to the exchange to suggest equipment and cards commonly used by your current class. Sixth, when crafting items in the Flaming Furnace, the crafting recipe has been optimized to provide free material options per slot so you can freely choose the materials to consume. And 7, the Accurate Hunting Adventure skill is now prioritized in the skill list displayed. Last but not least, we have a few recharge-related updates. First, the first time double recharge reward will be reset. This means that the first top-up for each tier of BCC purchase will grant double the recharged BCC. Second, the card Gacha's guarantee system has been reworked. When you change your wish card or when the prize pool is updated, your wish power count will no longer reset. This makes long-term investment in card gacha feel safer and less frustrating since your progress won't be wasted if ever you didn't get the card you want in the current cycle. However, if you don't use BCC to draw from card gacha for a certain period, your guaranteed progress will begin to gradually decay. Starting from the 8th day of inactivity, your guaranteed progress will decrease by 3 per day until it reaches 0. Additionally, your wish power count will now automatically decrease by 1 for every 30 days of inactivity until it reaches 0. This gradual pity decay puts a pressure on players to keep spending BCC for a few pulls regularly, since you'll be punished if you take a break for more than a week. And finally, there will be a rate-up for the following MVP cards in the card gacha machine. Notably, this is the first card rate-up for Alien Orc Lord card and Alien Mistress card. So those are all the updates coming this October in ROM Eternal Love. Which part of this update are you most excited about? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. You can also check the links below for the full text patch notes and the download link to the game client. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love you to consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.